All right. It is Tuesday, October 29th, 2019 at 5:42 p.m. Let's look at some headlines. Brain illness spreads by ticks has reached the UK. An infectious disease that can harm the brain and is spread to people by tick bites has been identified in ticks in the UK for the first time. Public Health England said it has confirmed cases of tick-borne encephalitis virus in ticks from two parts of England, Tedhood Forest and an area of the Hampshire-Dorset border. PHE says the risk for people is still very low. It is monitoring the situation to check how common the infected ticks may be. So be aware if you live in England and UK, the possibility of getting a brain illness spread by ticks is there. Alright, next. Grandfather of toddler who fell out of cruise ship window charged with manslaughter. Chloe Wegand fell to her death off the 11th story of the ship after her grandfather placed her near an open window during the family's Royal Caribbean trip in July. Authorities have arrested the grandfather of an 18-month-old who fell out of a window on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship in Puerto Rico during the Indiana's family trip in July. Puerto Rico's Justice Department ordered the arrest of Salvatore Anello on Monday as he faces a charge of negligent manslaughter and the death of his granddaughter, Chloe Wagand, according to NBC New York. While the vessel was docked in San Juan, Anello placed Chloe near an open window he thought was closed when her family said she fell out of the ship's 11th story in July. These criminal charges are pouring salt on an open wound of this grieving family, said Michael Winkleman at Lipkin, Marks, Asina, and Wickman, PA, who is representing the family in a planned civil lawsuit. Clearly, this was a tragic accident, and the family's singular goal remains for something like this to never happen again. Had the cruise line simply followed proper safety guidelines for windows, this accident likely would never have happened. Chloe's parents, Alan and Kimberly Wegman, said they didn't understand why there would be an open window so high up on the ship, and the cruise line created a tremendous safety hazard that cost our child her life. Chloe's mother defended Anello in an interview with the Today Show, explaining that he often held Chloe up to glass as her older brother's hockey game and she could bang on the glass. Kimberly Wegman insisted that the grandfather has never put her children in danger. He was extremely hysterical, she told NBC News' Savannah Guthier in July. The thing that he has reportedly told us is, I believe that there was glass. He will cry over and over. That is so sad that the grandfather has to be charged because of this accident. Alright, next. Explosion at gender reveal party kills woman in Iowa. An Iowa woman has died after an explosion at a gender reveal party created debris that hit her. The Marion County Sheriff's Office says the explosion happened at a home in central Iowa around 4 p.m. Saturday during a party to announce the gender of a baby a couple is expecting. Investigators determined that the explosion during the gender reveal announcement caused the woman's death. The blast caused a flying piece of debris to strike the victim, police said in a statement. Deputies arrived at the home in Knoxville to find a 56-year-old woman dead. Knoxville is about 40 miles south of Des Moines. So that's pretty sad that explosion happening at the gender reveal party killed this woman. You never know these days with gender reveal parties. It could be just a balloon. It could cause a fire in a field like it happened in a previous report that I covered. This guy, he lit up a firework and it just basically just took the whole field and caused an entire fire. You gotta be careful with gender reveal parties. Alright, next. Many housekeepers, gardeners went to work despite Getty fire evacuation order report in California. Many housekeepers and gardeners who work at multi-million-dollar homes in the Los Angeles most upscale neighborhoods arrived to work Monday despite mandatory evacuation orders over fires threatening the area because they were either unaware of the situation or simply needed the day's pay, report said. A report in the Los Angeles Times said that these workers could still be seen on the streets in Brentwood and other affluent areas that had been evacuated hours earlier. If they said I have to evacuate, I will, Sean Ortiz, 50, who was cutting grass, told the paper in Spanish, but I need the work. The reporter spoke to several workers who babysit, perform house cleaning duties, and general yard work in the neighborhood that is home to some of Hollywood's biggest names. One woman who showed up for work told the paper she met the family she works for as they were leaving the house. They told her they wouldn't be using her that day and handed her a mask. The early morning scene in the area was chaotic, and no doubt many families who employ these workers simply forgot to tell them about the evacuations due to the traumatic conditions. At least 8 homes were destroyed and 6 damaged in the LA area blaze. Fire officials said some of the recognizable names driven from the homes include LeBron James and former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. Others of whose home in the evacuation zone include Senator Kamala Harris, a Democrat running for president, who was not home at the time, Walt Disney CEO Bob Iger, and rapper and producer Dr. Dre. David Boyle, 78, awoke at 3 a.m. to his doorbell ringing and police officers pounding on the front door. They warned him that the wildfire was advancing towards the house near the Getty complex. They said, "You need to evacuate." I'm like, "When?" They said, "Now," Doyle said. The Associated Press contributed to this report. Alright, so pretty much these people that are still working in these houses should not be there because they could be in danger of losing their lives because of these fires. Pray for the people in California going through these fires, and pray for the people in the UK who could possibly get brain-borne illnesses now because of ticks. Alright guys, hit like and subscribe for more videos, and see you guys next time. God bless.